Cambly Podcast, the best way to improve your English.
Oi, pessoal, eu sou a Teacher Kai. Estamos começando mais um podcast do Cambly e hoje a gente vai falar com o Teacher Kual, que vai nos ajudar com o phrasal verb backup. Você sabe quais são as definições deles em português? Como usar? Então, hoje o Teacher Kual ele vai ensinar isso pra gente, tá bom? Teacher Kual, hello, can you help us out with the meaning of the phrasal verb backup or different meanings?
Definitely. So the phrasal verb backup, like some other phrasal verbs, has several meanings. And it's particularly important to understand them because if you use them in the wrong context, it might sound weird. And because it can be used in several contexts, we want to make sure that we use the right phrasal verb. In this case, backup has several meanings, okay? And we'll start with the first one, the one that I use the most. Backup can be used as a term to refer to a copy or something that is an alternative that can give us a plan B or support.
Tá, então no caso, fazer um backup, ter um backup ali, um plano B, ok?
Exactly. We can have a backup copy of a file. We can have a backup plan. And in those cases, it generally means that if something bad happens, if something goes wrong with our first option, then we're going to have the backup copy, the backup plan, the backup file.
Geralmente, se a gente tiver algum erro, algum problema com a ideia inicial, tem a parte, o plano B, né? Então, ali, de backup. Tá. Another meaning of it?
So it would be the physical backup, right?
Mm-hmm.
So another thing that we sometimes say, and that is particularly common in the US, is when we're driving. So especially when we're doing it in a slow and careful way, our car backs up, okay? Or we back up our car. Again, this depends on the context. It doesn't always mean driving in reverse in general. We're usually doing it when we're parking, when we're pulling out our driveway, something like that. And it's particularly common in the US because most people drive and it's a very car-centric country.
Então, no caso aí é recuar, ir para trás com o carro, ir para trás mesmo, fisicamente.
Exactly.
Okay.
You can say the truck is backing up. Be careful. I'm going to back up out of the driveway, etc.
Okay. Can I say that I need to back up a little so people can pass in front?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. And in that context, again, you're just not walking backwards. You're probably just moving slowly, moving a little bit to give space or to just adjust where you are.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there any other meaning of it?
Yes, definitely. There are a few others. So we can also say that something is backed up. And in this context, we're referring to something that has probably too much information, too many elements, or something that has caused a blockage. You can say that the road is backed up, or I'm backed up with work. It generally means this accumulation of things that we don't really want and we're not really able to work through because it's either too much or we don't have time. But for some reason, it has accumulated and it has caused everything to go slower, or it has caused a big chain reaction in which other things are also affected. I might say my schedule is pretty backed up, meaning that maybe I have a full schedule, but something happened and now I'm late to several things and now everything is being affected. There's this chain reaction in which things are being pushed back and I don't really have the ability or the time to deal with everything in an effective, organized way.
Nesse caso, então, o backup significa travado. Então, tipo, tem tanta coisa para fazer que acaba travando as coisas para acontecer. Então, assim, travado.
And now the last way that we can use back up as a phrasal verb is one of my favorites, even though it's not one of the most common. And that is basically to support something or someone. For example, let's say that you have a problem at work with a project. Your coworker can back you up. He can or she can support you in whatever way you may need, all right? And this can be used in very different diverse contexts. Someone might back you up in an argument. Someone might back up your plan, meaning that they're supporting your plan or they're voting for you. In politics, you could say that a senator is backing up his claim or his proposal, or the claim is being backed up by 1,000 people, et cetera, et cetera. So it generally means to support, defend, protect, and it can be used in many, many contexts, and it gives you a lot of flexibility to say in a very natural way that you're supporting something.
Então esse aí, ele falou que é que ele mais gosta de usar, que é apoiar, que é usado de várias formas também. Então tá bom. Thank you, Teacher Qual, for your explanation. Gente, se vocês tiverem alguma dúvida, deixe aqui nos comentários também. E se vocês quiserem ter uma aulinha com o Teacher Qual ou com qualquer outro tutor no Cambly, se inscreva no Cambly e faça uma aula totalmente grátis usando o código TEACHERK. TEACHERK tudo junto, tá bom? Eu sou a Teacher K, espero vocês no próximo episódio. Bye, bye, Teacher Qual. Thank you.
Bye.
You can. You Cambly.